and the ancestors are looking out for us. God haze is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lesson.
Young TV.
I see y'all in the comments. I'm loving the comments. Hey, sweetie pie, how you doing?
You really put me on here. Look, I was over here. I had to send a picture to dispatch. I'm doing stuff. I'm in and out of your live. I know you've seen it. I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. I'm on this live. I gotta call you back.
Guess what? We talking now?
That's crazy because it's showing you with still old dude on there. That's crazy on my other phone though. But I'm working, and I've been wanting to catch your lives forever. I know you seen me hit you and say that. Like I don't never get no notifications of when you go live, sir.
Well, I've been going live on Facebook because I've been in Instagram jail for about 9, 10 months.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. So now they
Hey
let me out
y'all,
of
on Ride Hayes Live.
so they
Catch
let me out of
out.
Instagram jail, and here I am. I got found out last weekend I was out, and I thought I
Okay.
had an interview scheduled for the night, but it's for tomorrow. So I was like, let me go on talk to my Instagram fans.
Hey. Hey,
What
Rod is the shit. Rod,
what you
you
want to talk about?
amazing.
What you want to talk about?
Okay. I'm learning a lot from you. A lot, a lot. I'm learning about myself, just being out here. What do I want to talk about? What we supposed to be doing? Okay? Because I'm sick of this shit. Honestly. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be paying rent on my land. Electric is free. Water is free. We getting poisoned consistently. My children are being poisoned. I'm sick of this shit. And
Okay.
I know we need unity. I know we all need to wake up and detox our bodies and, you know what I'm saying, tap in, put your feet in the ground, know who you are, know thyself. But for real though, Rod, like what we supposed to be doing?
Okay. First thing, let's take the water and electricity. Water is free until they pollute it.
Okay.
Once it's polluted, you have to pay somebody to clean it up so you can have something to drink. You're not
Okay.
paying for the water. You're paying for them taking shit out the water.
Okay.
But the problem with that is they taking the shit out the water, putting fluoride in it.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
making you pay for being put under mind control. Because that's what fluoride is, a mind control drug.
Right. Right.
right? Okay, the
Oh,
electricity,
right.
you're not paying exactly for the electricity. You paying for them to store it in a massive battery and run a facility that'll get it from where it's at to where you at. That's what you're paying for, right?
Okay.
Now, that being said, what we're supposed to be doing depends on our circumstances and situation. If you got children, whatever you're doing to take care of your children is your first priority.
You know it.
And as long as you take care of your children first, if the universe needs you to do something else, you're going to instinctively know because it's going to be directly related to your children. So if you're taking care of your babies properly and the universe needs you to do something, it's only going to allow you to do something where you operating from the energy called mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's the highest frequency that a woman can vibrate at is mother,
Or
right?
lying.
So when you get to that frequency, when the
Yeah.
universe, they going to use all of the sluts, the slimy hoes, and all of them before they come get you to do some dastardly deed. They're not going to come get you for that. Not while you vibrating at the mother frequency. If they need a hoe to go bring down the devil, they gonna
Mm-hmm.
sit her in there because that's what she already into.
Right.
They not gonna send no soccer mom to go trap the devil. They not gonna use her.
Right.
They gonna use her to organize the soccer picnic, to look over the children with the other mothers there as a network in order for them to know to tell the men, you need to get that sucker out of here because he ain't right around these babies. And the rest of the men gonna march his ass right up out of there, right? So the universe is gonna use you where your highest frequency is being expressed in your life. So your first priority is to take care of home first. This is called constructive selfishness. You can't lend me $20 if I got to give it back to you tomorrow. I might as well wait till tomorrow, right? You don't
Mm-hmm.
have it to lend me if you can't afford to give it to me. So don't lend me nothing. Either
Right.
give it to me or let me go get it somewhere else because you're not supposed to put yourself over the barrel as a parent where you can't be effective as a parent. And a lot of people like to lend money that they don't have. If you can't afford to give it to people, don't lend it to them. Because
How you know that?
9 out of 10, when you lend it to them, you probably not gonna see it. Y'all gonna fall out about it. So you sowing the seeds of dissension with the people you care about the most in the name of a dollar.
But I got a natural instinct to help. I don't care about money. I'll make it, but I want to help people. That's in my heart.
It's in your heart, but you can't help nobody until you're in the position to help them. The first rule of helping other people is help yourself first. When you
Yeah, I
get to
feel
a
that.
certain level, you'll know where you got enough safety net that helping somebody else is not going to knock you off your position.
Right.
You have to secure your position first. You can't be about to fall off a cliff trying to help somebody not fall off a cliff. Both of y'all gonna end up falling. First, you gotta
Right.
get stable, preventing yourself from falling off the cliff before you reach to help somebody else and stop them from falling off the cliff. It's the same with any kind of help. I'm a strong proponent of everybody can do what they can. It's better to congratulate than play a hate. I'd rather do something to help you with your progress in your process than to
Mm-hmm.
sit here and talk about you and hope you never make it. The same energy it took for me to hope you never make it and wish bad on you, I could have used that energy to help you succeed, and it probably would have helped me somewhere else.
Right.
But I was so busy hating on you that I missed my blessing because I was so busy hating on you, it rolled right past me. But had I not been so busy hating, I would have seen my blessing rolling in, my gifts rolling in. I can't see them when I'm focused on the negative of what your life about. That's why
Right.
you gotta always now. constructive selfishness means putting yourself in a position that when you can help more people when you stable than when you unstable.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah.
I done came
So,
a long way though, Rod. You know,
yeah.
I
You
can
know
send
what?
my mama some money. I
Yeah.
give my daddy some money. You know, and I think God is clearing people out of my life though that I've had. You know, keeping me
If
stagnant like energy vampires. You know.
yeah.
But my circle small now, so if you in my circle now, I'll look out for you. But
Mhm.
I do get shitted on a lot now. Let me just tell you that.
The worst thing that one a good-hearted person can do is help an ungrateful motherfucker. That's the
But I
worst thing
stay
you can do.
blessed though. You can't hurt me. I stay blessed.
Yeah. But look,
I'm gonna get it back
the only
tenfold.
listen, the only reason why it's the worst thing that a good-hearted person could do is help an ungrateful person is because they narrow the bandwidth of return. Gratitude opens the bandwidth. When you
Mm,
grateful and you realize don't nobody owe you nothing and you don't owe nobody nothing, and when you operate from that position, anything you do it from a place of gratitude,
right.
right? And the reciprocity is open in a two-way channel. But when they only care about themselves and they don't care about you, and they want you to use your resources to benefit them, and they don't care what happened to you when you help them, that closes us a one-way channel. It's less
Mm,
bandwidth. Therefore,
mm.
you can't even get your rightful return because that rotten motherfucker standing in the way.
Why? How he know what to say to me?
Tell the truth and shame the devil is all I can tell you.
You feel it, don't you? You knew what to say to me. You knew what I needed to hear. That's crazy. Cause I be thinking I'm doing good.
Yeah, but it's also you can be doing too much good. Too much good is when instead of helping people, you become an enabler. You enable them to misuse you. They not using you no more. They misusing you now. Right? If I know every month my phone bill coming up, why do I gotta wait till my phone get turned off for you to pay my bill? I'm
Mm,
taking advantage of you by on the slack. You don't even
right.
see it. And that's also blocking the reciprocity channel. It's closing the bandwidth.
Mm,
And the giver that's becoming the facilitator, it's like putting a whole bunch of stuff in your lane right before you get ready to take your trip. Now you're running over everything, right? But when you open the bandwidth, your lane is clear. Both sides of the street is clear, going both directions. That's why you have to be cautious of who you help. Because if you help the wrong people, they close the bandwidth because they only in it for themselves. But you help the grateful people, the
right.
gratitude, not only do it opens the bandwidth, but it multiply your return in increments of 10.
Mm.
So good people helping good people get you further than good people helping rotten motherfuckers. Because I ain't got nothing for them.
There's too many rotten motherfuckers though. They be talking good too.
Yeah, and all you got to do if once you see what you seen and you know what you know,
Right.
it's up to you to make the choice whether you want to help or not.
Right. Right.
Some people think that they can make you help them because you got it and they want you to help them instead of them going to get it on their own. You can't make me do nothing. I'm gonna do what the fuck I was gonna do, whether it's gonna benefit you or not. Right? You can't tell me that my resources say I can give you $100 today, right?
Hmm.
But you want $200. I can't give you $200. I can give
Right.
you $100. You can't make me give you the other $100. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I can't even give you that now.
Right.
I just remembered I got a bill to pay,
Hmm.
and it ain't this one. I'd rather go buy a whole bunch of bags of potato chips and feed them to ducks and fish than to give an ungrateful motherfucker a dime.
Hey, you know I be. Look, I got my bread right here. I sure do be throwing it out the window. You hear
Yeah.
me?
Because every animal that you feed is always grateful. You always gonna get a
Yeah.
return.
Yeah.
You
That's
always gonna
real.
get a return.
That's real.
Every animal you feed is grateful. I ain't never heard of an animal that you feed that's ungrateful. All of the animals, they automatically grateful. They automatically open the bandwidth. And that's why you see the old cat lady always putting out for the strays, even though she got a house
Yeah.
full of cats, right? You see the one lady, she keep a bird house and a bird feeder in her backyard because she like to watch the birds, right? Another lady might plant a garden full of flowers so she can watch butterflies and bumblebees all day.
Right.
Because that reciprocity is going to be wired into that, and that effort you put in is going to be returned in
That's
increments of
crazy.
10.
You don't even know what you saying to me.
The
I got a
problem,
bird feeder in my window.
the
I buy
problem,
bird food
yeah.
every week. Them motherfuckers, by the time I get home, it's gonna be gone. I just left day for yesterday. Filled it up. That's dope.
You grab a drink.
Okay. So I was telling my mama today about what you posted about the Negritos.
Which one?
Um, that they indigenous to the Americas.
Yeah, that's the scientific name that they gave to the so-called African American. They call it Negrito,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whereas the African is called Negro.
Right.
And we thinking they're the same, they're not.
It's not the same.
According to DNA, they're two different strains of DNA. But you can see reflections of the strain of both on each side of the water because we've been intermarrying with African royalty for thousands of years, long before Columbus got here.
Right. Right.
That's why we didn't have a lot of birth defects until they brought defective people over here.
Where they come from?
Laboratory.
I just wanted you to clarify.
Look, they was manipulating DNA in the laboratory,
That's what I
trying
thought.
to make a being that they can put in perpetual servitude, but that violated galactic law. And in the occult circles, it's called the Great Debauchery because it was men playing God when
Mm-hmm.
God already had a method of reproduction established on Earth. If you don't come through the portal, you ain't supposed to be here. That's the rule. That's not the exception. So all that Adam and Eve bullshit, that what womb they come through. If you
That's what
can't
I be
tell,
telling. Where did you?
what
How did think about it? How did a how in the how? Excuse my language. How did a woman come from a man's rib?
womb was
Y'all
she
don't think
in?
about that.
What womb did she grow in? What womb did that sucker grow in?
And then people be fighting over that shit. Want to argue you down. Make
They
it
will
make sense.
listen. They will kill you about that bullshit.
Hey,
They they doctrines. They will go to war about some fairy tale bullshit because they believe
I'm
it to be
telling
true.
you.
They tell you that's where you know that belief is worse than knowing.
Boy, Rod, I love you. I swear, hey man, nah, for real. I've been on a spiritual journey ever since my brother got killed, and it woke me up, and I came across you, and I've been on you ever since. I can listen to you talk all day. I don't got to see you on live. I'm going to catch you on YouTube. You hear me?
Hmm.
You is one of the realest, because you know they be killing y'all.
Yeah, they tried that shit. Don't work on me though.
I'm sending you protection. You hear me? Leave it, don't leave him alone.
Listen, I got some spiritual warriors who've been protecting me
I know
from
you.
birth.
Okay.
From birth, my mama took me to every old lady on the land that she could find when I was a baby to touch me.
I know that's right.
Make sure I get the big mama rub.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't worried about it. They tried to kill me a whole bunch of times. Oh, that shit don't work. It
Me
ain't because
too.
I'm too good to get killed. Look,
Okay.
I be telling people I ain't let a nigga kill me in the street because I ain't know what to tell my mama.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out how I was going to explain it to my mama, so I wouldn't let nobody kill me.
I know that's right.
And the only way to keep them from killing you at that point is you got to be steps ahead of what they thinking.
Yeah.
They expecting me to be here. I'm not going to be there. I'm already seeing the bullshit coming. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
Right?
Trust
But
your gut.
yeah,
Trust your fucking gut. Do you hear me, people? Tell your kids that. That is so vital in everything we do. If you listen to your gut, you'll never go wrong.
yeah. Your instincts, they there for a
And be
reason.
on point. On
Your,
point.
your emotions is your navigation system. You have to calibrate it. If you don't never calibrate your emotions, they just going to pop up randomly. Then you can't use that to navigate nowhere. That's like your GPS keep jumping to locations and directions.
Stop talking shit about me, bro. I'm too nice.
You teach the babies first when you feel like you mad. Stop and think about the situation and see if you should be mad.
Right.
You have to first determine that you got the right emotion for the stuff going on around you, and that's how you gonna know if you making the right choice when you slap about somebody's mouth or not. Some people you can't help it. In order to do what's right, sometimes you gotta punch a motherfucker in the mouth. That's just the way it is. And just because you're doing what's right, you sometimes gotta punch
I
somebody
want
in
to
the mouth.
punch a lot of motherfuckers, but I don't. I ain't got, they take me to jail. You hear me? I ain't going back to jail. I ain't
Look,
going. They lock me up quick. I ain't going.
look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you stay in your mother energy and do what you're supposed to, take care of them babies, they won't have no reason to take you to jail.
I know. I was talking about other people. I don't hit my kids.
No, I'm
Them
talking about in
moms.
general.
Ah,
In
okay.
general. Because
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
might have to slap somebody down, but you gonna be so right when the police get there, they're gonna be like, we ain't taking her to jail. You shouldn't have been fucking with her.
Right, right.
That's because you in the right energy.
Look, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out.
It's one in every family.
Huh?
I say it's one in every family.
I'm the one.
I'm the crash out in this family.
But I'm the
But I
healer.
don't crash. I ain't gonna crash out on no dumb shit though.
Nah, I speak nothing but truth. That's why motherfuckers don't like me. Because I ain't going to lie to you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You wrong. You know you was wrong. Say sorry. You heard
And
me?
you know what? As crazy as it may sound, most of the time when you talk to people like that and they know they wrong, they gonna apologize.
Yeah. If they real. But nah, these niggas ain't accountable.
Even look, even the fake ones, when you that direct and you telling the truth and
Yeah.
you tell them that you know you wrong and
Yeah.
you need to apologize, most of the time, like 8 out of 10 times, they gonna apologize if they wrong. Now,
Like,
if they ain't wrong, then you might look. If they ain't wrong, then you might catch something to the mouth. They might jab you one if they right. But when you call them out and they wrong and they know they wrong, normally because you called them out, they don't want to smoke.
right.
They be like, you know what, you right. I was wrong. I ain't mean it. I was going through something with my baby mama. It had nothing to do with you. And I was taking it out on you. My bad. Right? Because you telling it's coming from the place of truth. And
Right.
one thing about falsehood, as they say in the Moorish Science Temple, with truth on the manifest, falsehood flee. Right? And then you can correct somebody respectfully and they'll accept it better than if you correct them disrespectfully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? So I'm usually saying it ain't what you say, it's how you say it sometimes.
I
You
don't
gotta
like unaccountability. When you try to like play victim, that's gonna make me mad.
Yeah, I get away from them.
And I'll be like, oh
Them the
yeah,
same, yeah, them the same ones that start some shit with you, shoot you, and call the police and say you
you
started.
hoe ass nigga.
That's them Charleston white niggas.
Okay, so what you said about the Morris Science Temple, I've been looking into that. But I heard you say one time there ain't even no need for it
No,
because it's over.
yeah, we done with that.
It's
That
done?
yeah, all that's more Science Temple. That's Peace Stone Nation. Stone running. I'm a GD. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't tell it to you.
I'm just playing.
Serious. Angel Bay is the lawman.
Hmm.
He the chief that supposed to enforce the law on the land. That's why they took him out of the picture. They wasn't allowed to kill him, so they gave him life. Tribes need to be aware. The more aware we is, the more we know how to support him. Right? He got caught up in the COINTELPRO exercise. His name was on the paper with a whole bunch of other names. They had like 300 people, and by 67, they had like 300 names on paper of potential leaders that they wanted to neutralize, and his name was on the list. That
Hmm.
should be enough to get a presidential pardon because it's domestic warfare. He's a political prisoner and a casualty of war. Our people is the problem because they think he's just a stark raving mad psychopathic gang chief because they don't tell you that gang mean tribe. You don't know he a real chief with the blood of the land of the old Mississippian clans, right? You don't know his history, and you letting these people tell you who he is. Malcolm X told us the media will make your enemy look like your saviors and your savior look like your enemy.
Mm.
Don't fall for the media hype. Malcolm told us that in 63. And the media still telling us who we need to accept and reject in our community. They will make an allegation that's 100% false because when it get in the gossip circle, it don't matter whether it's true or false. That shit juicy. That's some juicy gossip right there. I got to tell girl, let me tell you what happened. This barbershop fodder for bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I be like, if they ain't here, I don't want to talk about them unless we talk about getting them a gift or something. Why would I want to entertain a conversation, a long drawn out conversation about somebody that's not present? They can't defend themselves if we tell them the truth or a lie. They
Right.
can't say, yeah, I did it or no, I didn't. And we sitting here entertaining that conversation. We wrong. Grown folks ain't supposed to be doing that. That's what children do. And that's how you know that they use the educational system to arrest our development at 6 years old. So
Mm.
I tell them in a heartbeat, everybody's 6 years old till they prove to me they're adult in
Oh.
basic conversation. They mean they might be 30 years old, but they still got a 6-year-old mentality,
I'm trying to tell you.
you know.
We bang banging, not gang banging. Look, we be listening to you, Rod. You hear me?
Yeah. Hey, look, I just be telling the truth. I be
You
so
know,
sincere, and people be thinking I be making shit up or lying. I don't be lying. I be
you can
exactly what I'm telling you, and I can go get the receipt to
eyes
show
your
you.
whole. You could just tell. You could just look at you and tell. Like, I want to know how you know what you know. You know what I'm saying?
hmm And that's why I be coming with receipts.
You
Because then
tap
when I
in.
come with the receipts, you be like, oh, wait, I thought he was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what he talking about, right? The goal is just to wake the tribes up to the fact that we always been here, gonna be here, and ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
They got y'all chasing the reparation carrot on the stick.
Hmm.
I don't want reparation. I want restoration.
Thank you.
You keep your reparations and give me back my
Okay,
birthright.
that's not enough.
You
This
know?
horse shit.
Yeah. If you give me back my birthright, I don't need your reparations.
Look, Chinese come from China. Japanese come from Japan. Jamaicans come from Jamaica. But we, Negro, nah. Y'all colored. Nah. Y'all African American. Nah. Y'all black. Why do you think that is? Because they on our
George Washington Challenge. We're
because
gonna
they on our shit.
scramble their history up and see if they can remember who they is and what side of the water they came from. That's the George Washington Challenge. That's what it say. We're
I
gonna
hope
treat
I
them bad. That's what it say. We're gonna treat them bad. We're gonna miseducate them. We're gonna bar people from telling them who they truly are. Then we're gonna put this sorcery on them to make them forget who they was.
mm.
Spin them around in the circle with something to find your way home. Blindfolded. No, that don't work on me. I don't fall in the category of the niggas, so you can't hide it from putting it in a book because I'm gonna go dig it up.
I know that's right.
I'm the type of person I'll read 500 books just so I can tell you the one book you need for to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Other people too intellectually lazy. It don't mean they less intelligent. They might be smarter than me. There's a whole bunch of people smarter than me, but they don't know more shit than I do.
Right.
They might be able to solve that math problem faster than me, right? But they don't know more shit than I know.
Right.
They might be able to mechanically break an engine down and rebuild it. Still don't know more shit than I know. Not because I'm better than nobody. It's just because of the work put in the library. Because my
Yep.
chief told me we need to get out the street gang banging and get in the library and start brain banging.
Yep.
And then it fell on me. It's my turn. What do I got to do, chief? Brain banging. Suck, I told you. We don't need no more hustlers. We don't need no more drug dealers, no more pimps. We don't need no more B&E artists, no more mercenaries. We don't need none of that. All we need is somebody that's going to educate themselves above the condition. We don't need 100 of y'all. We only need one. But if we get 100 of y'all, that's going to make it even better. Each one
Man.
teach one. We all going to reach some, right? So let the one be the spark that lights the candle of the many. I don't
Yeah.
got no problem, right? I don't mind diving on a grenade if y'all gonna do something with y'all life, but I'm not diving on no grenade and you gonna sit on the couch and eat bonbons and watch soap operas for the next 40 years.
That
It ain't worth it to dive on the grenade for your ass at that point.
for
I'm a
real.
crash out, but I ain't no damn fool.
Right.
I will crash the fuck out, but I'm not gonna crash out on no dumb shit. I tell all of the youngsters that come around being, I'm like, the rule number one, no dumb shit. Uncle Ryan, what's dumb shit? Anything that you raped, beat up, or locked up is dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do no dumb shit.
Right.
So that's rule number one, no dumb shit. Once you get them past the dumb shit, now you can make progress because now they want to know, well, if that's dumb shit, what's not dumb shit? Studying is not dumb shit. Working out is not dumb shit. Getting yourself physically and mentally in shape is not dumb shit. Being of service to your mother and your siblings is not dumb shit. That's pretty fucking brilliant if you ask me.
Yep. Get your mind right.
Yeah. And your
Your,
ass a problem.
your greatest asset or your worst enemy.
Yeah.
And the shit we eating is fucking up our mental, our energy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because they deliberately poison us. Most of the food our
Them
body can
no
withstand.
herbs, baby.
Yeah. Look, most of the food our body could withstand if they wasn't saturated with different types of poisons,
Right.
microtoxins,
Right.
artificial this and manufactured that petroleum phosphates and all that stuff that don't need to be in the food. We was eating
Right.
thousands and thousands of years preserving food without a refrigerator. Now let that sink in.
Man.
We was preserving food without a refrigerator. We didn't need a refrigerator because we knew how to preserve food. But when we let all of the old ways be systematically removed from us, we don't know nothing about canning no food no more. We gonna go buy cans of food because we
Mm-hmm.
don't know nothing about canning.
Mm-hmm.
Half of us don't know what a mason jar is. That's why it's called a mason jar, because it's a secret. It's an open secret, just like
Mm.
the masons,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you look at how they doing us, they poisoning the food because they poisoning us by proxy, right? They use pesticides. They know that the pesticide build up over time causes cancer, carcinogens.
Mm.
Because if you read the pesticide containers, say long-term exposure may cause cancer.
Mm.
So why is you putting it on my food unless you're
Right.
trying to create cancer? That's why we got to get back to the matriarchy. And the matriarchy, the first thing they ask is, how does it affect the children and how do it affect the planet? And if either one of those is negative, it's an automatic hard no. Ain't nothing to negotiate.
Right. Right.
Then the first two things that the big mamas ask, how it's going to affect the babies, how it's going to affect the planet. And if
Mm.
any one of them come back negative, it's going to be a negative effect. We can't do that, baby. That's not going to happen over here. Under patriarchy, though, the one who pays the biggest bribe gets the right to do the most dirt.
Mm. We got to get back to the old ways.
Yeah.
That's it. My
Yeah.
grannies used to garden, make jams and shit.
It's going to take
I
us a
have,
couple generations of reconditioning before we really get back into the swing of that.
that's
Because
what I was about to ask you.
there's too many of us
Like,
that farm life feel like slavery. And the legend left in the mind of the people about slavery make them run away from farm living so they can give our farms to somebody else. Martin told us all about it. They undergirded the European peasants with farmland, and not only that, they gave them machines to mechanize their farms, and not only that, they gave them zero interest loans in order to maintain their farms, and not only that, and the list goes on. I can keep going on, take the whole speech, right? But Martin told us everything they did.
I'm listening. I gotta get back to work. These motherfuckers then walked out here looking for this damn trailer. Y'all know y'all. I'm early.
Yeah. But look, I'm gonna let one more person come up before I cut off because I got I'm
Right. I'm gonna get back with you.
okay.
I appreciate you letting me on here.
Ain't
But
no problem.
you just answered what I was gonna ask you. The last thing I was gonna say. How long is this gonna take? I
Yeah.
hope I get to see it. But if I don't, I'm gonna come back and see it.
The
Cause
process
I'm
is processing.
here for a reason.
The process is processing.
We here though.
Yeah.
We here though. And shed fear every day. That shit ain't real. It's false evidence appearing real. It's in your
Yeah.
mind. And then if you know this ain't your first life, what the fuck is you scared for? Do it. Do everything you always wanted to do. Play the piano, whatever it is. You feel me?
Mhm.
But I love you, Rod. Thank you. I
All right,
appreciate you.
baby. I'll talk to
Hey,
you later.
you let me know this shit real for real. Because all day, what I've been on thinking, and then to talk to you, and I'm about to get off. It's the 4th family reunion time. I told you about my granny, right?
Say it again.
You remember what I told you about my grandma?
I think so.
What my granddad did?
Wait a minute. I don't know. That might be. I, I remember you telling me something about your grandma. I can't remember exactly what it was.
That my granddad killed my grandma on the 4th of July. We have our family reunion every 4th of July.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember that story.
Yeah, that was a while ago, though. Because I've been trying to
Mhm.
catch you ever since.
Yeah.
But
All
okay,
right,
Rod.
sweetie. I'm gonna take somebody else up before I wrap it up.
I ain't leaving. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, they took off my request down. I want Kelly. You still in there, Kelly? Well, I guess that's it. I got a question over here. Let me see what the question is. Um, Okay. So whoever was in that was waiting to come up, Instagram took y'all down. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. But I'm gonna wrap this up. It was a pleasure for y'all to sit here and listen to me babbling. But hopefully we all had a chance to learn something. And uh Sarkissus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, say they had a book they wanted to share. I was gonna try to pull them up, but they didn't come up and when I tried to pull them up. So inbox me the book, a picture of the cover or the title of the book or the something, and I pull it up when I get a chance. All right, y'all. It was a pleasure. I appreciate the presence of the people coming to show support. Keep your minds made up. We ain't taking no more, and don't participate in the bullshit. All right. Peace out, fam.